Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're back in Bianco Zoo. Oh, I almost forgot the name of the zoo because it's been so long since I was here. Once again, I find myself having to apologise for the time between videos. I've got quite a good excuse actually this time. I've been very poorly for the last couple of weeks. I was actually taken to hospital in an ambulance last Thursday. So yes, I am recovering now, nothing too serious. I mean, it was a bit serious and scary at the time, but I am all right now. Lots of medication and stuff. So doing well, but obviously I haven't been well enough to get online and do any recordings. But I'm feeling much better now and I'm back. So I'm hopefully getting a couple of episodes done today. So let's continue where we left off. So we're working on our Safari Research Centre building. I'm going to continue that. I want to actually bring it and continue it sort of over here. So what I'm going to look at, because I think this is all one building, is whether I can sort of copy and paste some of this bit here. Because what I want to do is kind of bring it around. I'm not too sure how I want to do this. Something like this, kind of integrate a bit in here. See, I like this because it gives me options of being able to then get the pathway coming underneath, or I can just, I can just sort of copy it down like this and fill it in if I really want to. Actually, let's just hang on, let's just get that back to the right height. There we go. I know this might not be the most efficient way of doing this, but it kind of gets the job done. See, I think I might bring it over like this. Let's do that. So obviously I'm going to end up with a bit of repair work to do. So yeah, I might just have to fill in a few bits like this where bits don't quite add up, but that's fine. It doesn't all need to look the same. In fact, I guess if this is one solid roof, I don't need a partition along here, so I can get rid of that. I can get rid of these pieces. Just fill in the gaps. Always lots of fiddly stuff like this to do when you're building a building, but ultimately it's worth the effort. Let's do the same just at the bottom here. So I'm not sure if I want this open or if I do want it to actually go to the floor. Let's stand back and have a look. That's a much better shape now. I do like that. I don't mind it actually being open and maybe having like a little seating area under here. If I can bring the pathway in, that might look quite nice actually, having people walking all the way under here. Yeah, let's try that. Let's come out of this. Let's get into our paths. So I want our natural path. That's quite a big piece, but I'm gonna try this. Yeah, there we go. And then if I can align it to a grid like so, and then obviously I'll have to try and connect it in. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and then I can do this whole area like this. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. And then I can have a whole load of seating underneath it and have it like a big sheltered undercover area. And then maybe I could have a little area of shops just over here. Let's deselect that and then try and get these paths linked the best that I can. Okay, it's going to be awkward, isn't it? I know it is. Okay, I might just have to do it like that, which is fine. Don't mind that. That's absolutely fine. People can walk on that. Okay, so what do we think of the building? Is that... See, I quite like it. I quite like reusing these legs. Let me just come in here. I knew that wasn't going to work. Let's just get these gaps filled in. Don't mind having some gaps where there aren't any windows as well. Just suggests that there's not an office or whatever just behind there. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to need a roof up here. What did I use here? Limestone floor. Let's go with the same kind of roof. Let's bring that up. I need to shrink the grid size. Now, do I want this to be a similar kind of roof? I think I probably do something like that, so that it, again, it kind of looks like you could get up there and walk on it. Quite like that. I'm going to try and actually get the animals in today as well, just because I appreciate that it's not the most interesting thing in the world just watching me do buildings, but you know, these buildings have to be done. They're all part of the zoo. I've still got some work to do on this main block here. I want this bit to look quite different to this. I don't mind. These are sort of functional areas like offices, whereas this bit maybe suggests that you could go in there like it's maybe if you're VIP, you could get in here and actually walk around in this bit maybe. That's kind of the thinking there. I'm just going to get rid of this now because I don't need that to be seen anymore. So let's think where our habitat entrance is going to go. Where do I want people coming in and out? I'm going to have to probably just create an actual sort of gate area down here, I reckon. I could do it kind of right here. I haven't quite worked out how I'm doing the fencing yet, whether it's going to be a fence or some sort of other barrier. I've got a few thoughts on that. I just don't know if it's going to work. So let's try. Let's get a barrier and let's go with a gate like this. Let's keep it nice and simple. I'm going to have this on a little thing like this. Hope you'll see why I'm going to do it like this. Hopefully you'll understand my reasoning. Right, and then let's try and incorporate as much of this as I can. Let's get the angle snap off. Makes it all a bit easier, doesn't it? I'll keep it just inside the pathway. Okay, and back to there. Brilliant. So I think we've got a hut here, haven't we? Is this a keeper hut? Yes, good. So I can use that. And where do we have a staff room? I can't actually remember where the staff room is. No. Okay, let's try and create a new work zone here. So, well, I always forget how to do this. Work zones, okay. So, new work zone. So, you want one habitat, one keeper hut, and a... Is that a staff room? That's a staff room. Okay, that's fine. It's not too far away. I don't mind that. For now, that staff room can work for this. So, let's call this... call it Safari Park. So it's got the habitat staff room keep out. That is all it needs. Brilliant. Okay, that's that done. Let's come back to here, and I will hire, because he's going to have a few different animals in, I'm going to do 3 keepers. And get all of them on the safari park. Most habitats just need 1 keeper per habitat, but when you've got multiple animals in a habitat, I find that it doesn't actually work particularly well with the keepers. You end up, even when you have multiples like that, sometimes you can end up with one of them doing loads of work and the other 2 not doing anything, which is quite annoying. Right, let's come into this. Let's call this Safari Park. Let's just work on our maintenance. I haven't got animals yet. Terrain, blah, blah, blah. Okay, brilliant. So what are we going to have in here? I'm thinking sort of pairs of the bigger animals. So let's go into here. So we've got African or Indian elephants. I'm thinking African. So let's get a nice male. Let's get Mwamba. He looks cool. And a nice female to go with him. Omusup. There we go. There's a couple of them. I'd like a couple of rhino. Let's go with the southern white rhino. So you've got Musa. I like Musa, sounds cool. Or Sonja. Let's go with those 2. Oh, look. Bit of a toy boy there. Look, he's only 7 and she's 21. Never mind. What else? Giraffe. Definitely want some giraffe. Oh, look, we've got a nice gold giraffe. Shazmeka. Let's get you in. And we've got a silver male. Quaira. I can never pronounce these names. Right, there's giraffe then. So that will probably do us for the big animals. I'm thinking then some sort of antelope. What antelope have we got? You know, I might just have to just do a little scroll and see what antelope we've got. No cats. Definitely don't want cats because they'd eat things. I don't want my exhibit eating each other, do I? Do you know what? Actually, a quick way of doing this would be in here, wouldn't it? Let's see what we got. Got a bongo. I'm pretty sure that's African. Where's the details? Is it? Yes, Africa. Okay, so the bongo is a potential. What else have we got? I don't want any of these sort of dolls, dingoes, things like that. I think they'd have their own habitats. Fossa, that's one of the new animals, isn't it? He's a cool little dude, isn't he? Okay. Right, I'm not seeing a lot of antelope here. I know there are more. Ooh, maned wolf, that's another new one. I'm really not managing to keep up with all the expansions. There's so many. Here we go. So we've got the Nyala and the Okapi. Are they both Africa? Yes, they are. Good, good. Oh, zebra, of course. I should get a couple of zebra, I think, as well. Ah, here's the sort of thing I was thinking of. Ah, that's not an African one. That's a shame. Oh, he's pretty though, isn't he? Okay, I'm pretty sure there's another one similar to that. He looks cool. Yeah, there we go. He's African. Oh, and the oryx as well. Oh, look at those horns. I've got to have some of him, haven't I? Springbok. Is that Africa? Yeah. Okay, so there is quite a few to choose from, actually. And, of course, the classic Thompson's gazelle. Now, these I'll probably do in sort of groups of 4. So, again, I don't want to go over the top. So I might go with a couple of Thompson's gazelle. And maybe a couple of these guys. Similar to horned oryx. Okay, let's go for that. Let's so we've got the oryx. So I'm thinking sort of 4 of these, so a couple of males, a couple of females. That's fine. We can have Aziza and Jari, Kofi and Chiku. And then I will go for 4 of these. So you've got Dowdy, Amina, Seda, and Obiana. Excellent. So all of them. Oh, hang on. I was gonna get a zebra as well, wasn't I? A couple of these. What have we got? Jahim. Let's go with Jahim and say Asabi. There we go. Excellent. Hopefully that won't be too many. 16 animals. I don't think that'll be a problem in this. It's quite a big habitat. Yeah, I think that'll work out okay. So my thinking for the edge here, I don't know if this is going to work, but this is something that I've seen at other zoos. In real life, obviously, this is. Where they have like a trench, like this, which essentially stops the animals getting from one bit to the other. That's the idea. They also sometimes have rocks along here to stop the animals as well. So I may do that. We'll have to see whether that works as a barrier. Look at our lovely rhinos. Because what it means is that you can be standing here and you've got a clear view of the animals without having to look through bars or mesh fencing or whatever. That's the idea. So obviously I'll still have a fence along here. But it's less of a barrier than normal is the idea. And then I'll bring it all the way along here as well. I hope this works. You have to make it, I guess you have to make it sort of wide enough as well as deep enough. It would be nice if you could fill it with water, but then obviously some of the animals can swim, so that doesn't work. So I think what I'll do under here, because I wanted this to be their shelter, so this will end, I think, here, and then under here we'll have some proper barriers. Oh look, the elephants are in. I'm not at the moment, I'm not convinced the elephants will fit under here. But we'll work on that. Right, let's just have a look here and see what's going on with these traversable areas. Good. Well, they can't escape. That's good. I mean, I've got no escapes turned on anyway, so it should all work. So yeah, it says they can escape at the moment because I haven't filled in all the gaps. Good. Actually, so yeah, so the elephants can't get under there, but everything else can at the moment. The rhinos can. I'm willing to bet the giraffes can't. They probably need their own shelter. Here we go. There's a giraffe. Giraffe is injured. Yeah, he can't get under there. That's not a surprise. But that's fine. Don't mind that. Okay, so that's good. I'd like the elephants to get in under here as well. So I think what I'd like to do is just kind of lower this down. I mean, that was just shockingly done. Let's try and balance this out a bit. Create like a sunken area like that the animals can get into. And then slope this off in the hopes that all of the animals will be able to walk down into this area. Right, let's have a look. There we go. Even the elephants can get down there, although just want to smooth this so that there's no way the animals can't walk. Lovely. Okay, good. So I'll put a bit of bedding down in here, and even the elephants will hopefully go down there. Okay, that didn't quite go according to plan. I don't really want to mess up the walls too much there. Okay, that's fine. Obviously I need to make it look a bit stronger around these posts. That's alright. I can do that using some stones. Let's just keep checking our elephants. Yeah, good, they can get down there. So hopefully now we've got shelter. There we go, shelter, brilliant. What about our giraffes? Oh, look at that, even the giraffes can go down there now. That's fantastic. Good, so the giraffes don't need their own habitat anymore. Sorry, their own shelter. How are we looking? See, I like this. I like that the giraffes are almost at the sort of the head heights. When you're looking out here, you'll get quite close to the giraffes. That's kind of cool. Oh, look at that. Loads of people in our observation dome. Fantastic. That's exactly what that needed to work like. Although these people are clearly just looking at the wrong direction. But there we go. Oh, look, they've all got funky hats on. That's cool. They've all got their hyena hats and rhino hats and things. That's brilliant. I didn't even realise I'd put a hat fantastic in. Was that one of the ones I put in under here? No. Where did I put a hat shop? Was that over here somewhere? No, that was all clothes. Clothes. What am I talking about? Food. Sorry. Completely balmy. I'm losing it. I'm completely losing it. That's what happens when you have a baby. Your brain just stops. It just doesn't work anymore. No, I have no idea. Have I got a hat shop? I can see, can't I? Because I can go on here. Facilities. Hats, fantastic. Yes, I do. Where are you? Oh, it was one of the ones in here. Of course it was. There we go. Yes, in the penguin habitat. Forgot about these. One of the little stands. Yeah, those are all food. And then I put a hat one in. Look at that. Loads of people buying hats. That's awesome. What are these guys going to buy? Look, you could be a lion, a rhino. Clearly you can be some sort of hyena, I think, as well. Look at that. Brilliant. Oh, and a bird of some sort. Woodpecker? Don't know. Not sure what that is. Awesome stuff. Anyway, sorry. Back to where we were. Sorry, I was getting overexcited there. Okay, this is good. Let's do a bit of terrain painting while we're here, shall we? So, I guess sort of sand and soil. It's a shame you can't mix them together. Let's get a slightly bigger brush. And let's try and kind of get it all looking sandy, shall we? And then I'll come back and do a bit of soil mixed in with it as well. Try and get it looking relatively sort of African-y. And of course, now the animals are in, I need to get into the habitat options and sort the food out. Make sure they're all getting their nice, luxurious food offerings. Let's do that, and let's just mix a bit of soil in as well, so it's not all looking too samey. Maybe just a little patch of denser soil here and there as well. Kind of just blend it all up. Don't need too much of this. Don't know if I need any rock really. Maybe just a bit around the edge here would make sense. Although I'm probably going to put a load of actual rocks around there, so not a big issue really. Right, and I will do lots of sort of ground vegetation as well to try and make it look better. Excellent. Okay, we're looking pretty good actually. So yeah, still lots of rock work to do. I think I'd like to get these sort of stairways here covered up. So I was going to do this again with the nice limestone pieces. Look, at the moment our animals are walking under the steps at the moment, which we don't want. Let's see, is that actually... No, it's not on the right angle. Of course it's not. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? It's alright, I will do it manually. So this needs to be at just the right height, so it creates a barrier so people aren't going to fall over the edge, but also don't want it to be too high so that people can't see through it, which I think clearly that is. You know what, I think I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to use these pieces actually, because it's a bit... The angle of the steps is not matching the angle of these pieces, is it? I wonder if I used the wrong... No, see, that's too shallow. Yes, it's because the steps aren't a generic angle. So I may have to use art pieces for this instead, which I didn't really want to have to do. But hopefully I can... Hopefully I can do something with these. Let's have a look. First things first, let's try and get the angle right. Something like that. So probably only want that kind of barrier, you know. I want it so that the kids can still look over the top of it. That's the idea. Right, and I'll move that as close to the edge as I can. I want to cover up the wooden edge there. Right, and then if I bring that down, something like that. Now what's he going to do at the top here? Let's see. Actually, I don't mind that. That can kind of just naturally stop there, can't it? I think as long as it's not leaving a gap, it can just blend in with the wood there. So yeah, that works quite nicely. Right, let's just do that, and then I'm just going to get these pieces linked together, because I then need to just copy that sideways and get it a bit thicker. Something like that. Right, and then, oh no, that's not going to work, is it? Let's bring that down. I've got gaps here, but I'm going to put some rocks around the bottom, so I think that's going to be okay. Yeah, that's basically all I need for that. It's a nice modern looking thing. I shall tell you what I might just add to the top, which I've done in many places before, of course, is these. I really like these as a little topper. I think it just adds a little something to a set of steps like this. So if you get it at each end first and then see how you can get it to look in the middle. Never quite matches up perfectly, but you can do a pretty good job with it. Something like that. Nice. And then the hope is that I can simply copy this to this end. Now this bottom piece just needs to come over a bit because it was copied from the other. Oh, hang on. No. Just that one piece. Thank you. Just bring that across to match up with that. Okay, so we have our 2 fences there. Still not entirely happy with this little step bit here, but I looked at it before and I really can't play around with that. But I will smarten up this bottom bit here somehow. So I may do, actually if I come back into here, I think I'll just blend it a bit. Hang on, let's snap it to that. So what I'm looking to do here is just to kind of blend the steps into the floor with a slope like that. Again, I know it's not going to look perfect with the people's feet, but it just smooths the whole thing off like that, doesn't it? Just creates what looks to be like a better looking ramp. So that's fine. Nice, that's those stairs looking much better. So again, I'll get some rocks and things around a lot of this. I may do a little sign here for a sort of observation dome, but I might not. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you're walking along here. It's pretty obvious what that is. Lots of people actually just standing on the ramp looking, which is fine. Don't mind that. As long as, yeah, people are in here as well. So yeah, that's fine. You get a few people starting to walk around over here as well, which is nice. Now, I'm hoping these animals are getting fed. I haven't seen. Oh yes, there we go. They are bringing some food in. That's good. Let me just check that. Our staff. What are these people doing? Commuting, going to habitat, and commuting. What are you doing? You're just wandering at the moment. Okay. It's fine as long as the animals are getting food and water. Ah, water, of course. I need to put that in. That's probably going to have to wait for our next episode, though, because I think that will do me for now. Oh, who's he bringing back? One of our oryx must have been injured. So yeah, so I need to go in here and sort out the food. I need to get some water in. Oh look, they've just put some food down for the giraffe. That's cool. So yeah, I'll put in a little lake or something, a little pond, maybe over here. I think would look good. But I'll do that in the next episode. Let's leave it there for now, shall we? Oh look at that! I love how giraffe eat. They're so awkward, aren't they? It's brilliant. Really good animation though. Well, let's leave it there. I think we've made a good bit of progress today. Next episode, I'll do some more detailing around here with the rock work, and just generally try and get it looking more like a habitat. So let's leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I do apologise that it's been such a big gap between videos. I'm going to record another one immediately after this, so at least there won't be a big gap between these two. Beyond that, I can't make any promises. But hopefully you've had fun. If you have, please hit the like button for me. That'd be fantastic. And if you want to leave some comments or ideas, suggestions, criticisms, anything at all, please do leave them down in the comment section. Hopefully I'll see you very soon. Until then, do take care.